Hey everybody, I'm Jay Carter.
And I am Krista Carter.
And you're listening to
Professional Ice.
Today our segment is Ice Fiction, like fan fiction, but it's professionalized, so it's Ice Fiction, not fan fiction, it's Ice Fiction. That's what it is.
You are dad jokes all the way.
Yes, that's right. So it's Ice Fiction. Today we're going to be talking about our favorite fandoms that we want to turn into fan fiction. And specifically, we're going to talk about our little 1-minute pitch on what we would do with the universe of the following properties. Krista, are you ready?
I am ready. Also note that we will be doing that. Our fan fiction is also in movie form.
Correct. The idea is that we're going to be doing screenplays of these properties.
Correct. Fan screenplays. Ready, go.
Okay. We have Willow, Masters of the Universe, Gem and the Holograms, Thundercats, Neverending Story. These properties and potentially more will be coming to you in the form of Ice Fiction. Krista, give me your 1-minute Willow speech. Go.
Oh, 1 minute of Willow. Where do we start? We have to have Bavmorda. I think what we need to have is we need to see more Bavmorda. So we're going to need to have a prequel, and then I think we can have a sequel. I think that could happen, but the sequel would be more about Willow, I think, maybe. And the prequels would be how we got there, of course. I think with the Dark Crystal, I think it's going to be good. We'll have fun getting up to the place where the thing was resolved. I think with Willow, it would be great to get up to the place where the thing was resolved. How did Bavmorda become a bad witch? Was she ever a good witch to begin with? How did she have a daughter? Who did she have that daughter with? Why is she so messed up? Why is her daughter so messed up? Where are the men? I don't know. I also want a sequel so that I can have a reason to have Fat Val Kilmer. I want to use Fat Val Kilmer. I would just have to say, that is the reason for any further movies of Willow, is to use Fat Val Kilmer.
And done. Scene. Krista, well done. Okay, you ready for mine?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Willow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have fairies. We have fairy nobles. Shalindria is amazing. I want to talk about Shalindria. I want to know where she came from. What's her deal? I want to talk about the brownies. I want to get more into that world. I want to know, are there other things in this world besides brownies and fairies? What else does that work like? What does Fae look like to this world? Obviously, the Nelwyns are there. Did they originally come from Fae, or are they just a natural something that came out of the world, and do they interact with the Fae in some way? We don't know. Also, I want to get more big. I want to get war on this place. I want to see all of the different... I want to see Tirazleen be Tirazleen. I want to see Nockmaar be Nockmaar. I want to see the armies clash. I want to know what the politics are like. What is the world like? Show me more. That's my speech.
I like it. I like it a lot. Willow, which we like to call Billow 2.
We were talking about copyright and how we probably can't make our own unless, of course, we change the names. Which at that point it would not be Willow; it would be Billow. Hashtag Billow 2.
That's right. Hashtag Billow 2. Okay. Next one.
Masters of the Universe. Krista, your pitch in 1 minute. Go.
Oh my gosh. So my pitch is we start on Earth. Because apparently in the previous film, we wanted to be on Earth for some reason, even though Masters of the Universe had nothing to do with Earth. But let's start it on Earth. Let's bring some human being over. Let's make it a woman. Let's just make everything female and non-white. In fact, after we bring a woman over to Eternia and end up doing that whole deal, let's just make what's his name? Let's just make Terry Crews He-Man.
Why not?
Hashtag black everything.
Yes.
Masters of the Universe would be totally boss if it was done correctly. I actually liked the original cast pretty well, but it was a bad script. And even with that bad script, we had some really fantastic actors doing some good things. I think if they would have let Dolph Lundgren speak more than 5 lines, we would have seen some good things out of Dolph Lundgren.
And on that note, that's your minute. Krista, my minute for Masters of the Universe is as follows.
Okay.
Number 1, we have Eternia, and we have Etheria. I want to see them cross over. I want to know where everything came from, where the twins came from. Obviously, they were the twins of Marlena and King
King Ragnar.
Ragnar.
Randor. King Randor.
Randor, come in, you royal boob. I want to see, because obviously Skeletor versus Randor, why do they know each other?
Why do they know each other?
Where did Grayskull come from? Where did Light Hope come from? Where did the Sorceress come from?
What can the Sorceress do?
Who is Horde Prime to all these people? Who is Hordak to all these people? How do Hordak and Skeletor know each other, and why? I want to see all of this in the prequel. I also want to go further than that, Krista. I want to know where these people go in their own worlds. That is my minute. That's my bitch.
I like it. Let's do Gem and the Holograms next. I will start.
Okay, Gem, go.
Okay, so Gem and the Holograms it should be a musical. It should be set in LA, but it should be so full of neon that it looks like Tokyo. And we need to have like actual tech. Nothing like this remake that those people did. It's not even worthy of the name, and I'm sad that Molly Ringwald was in it. Let's bring Molly Ringwald back. Also, let's involve Lady Gaga, because I need neon, I need pink hair realness, I need glamour and glitter and fashion and fame. Gem is truly outrageous. That is what I want to see. I want it to be over the top, but I want some good actors. I want some actual music, and I would love to see Gaga in it. That's my minute. Go.
Okay, so here's my brain. I think that we need to see exactly what all of these things would look like in real life. I do not want it to be just a teen heartthrob movie. I want this to be people ascending to heights of professional stardom. I want to see band wars. I want to see the Misfits being an actual thing. And I want them to go up against each other in a way that is confrontational. I want to see that confrontation. I want to have it play out. I want to see what's-her-face's, the white-haired Stormer.
No, Stormer's the one with the blue hair.
The leader?
The leader is Pizzazz, and she has the green hair. Roxy is the one with the white hair.
I want to see Pizzazz's daddy come into this, and I want to
see
them have their dysfunctional. I want to see them have their dysfunctional relationship, and I want to see that on screen.
I just got the best idea. Okay, Jay, you go first on Thundercats.
Okay, Thundercats, here's the thing. They come from, this is Third Earth, right?
Right, Third Earth.
Where's Second Earth?
Yeah,
Where did Second Earth come from?
What about First Earth? Are we on First Earth?
Mum-Ra? Why is he there? I want to see, and there was something, they had some reincarnated versions of the Thundercats. I think those are wonderful. Mm-hmm. Matthew Mercer, Will Friedle, they do the voices of Tigra and Lion-O. I think they have a lot of really good lore here. But I want to know who the spirits of evil are. I want to know why they made Mum-Ra. And I want to see more about the dynamic between all these characters. I want to see Pumira. I want to see all the different, like the burbles done in real life, man. I don't want to see a cartoon. I want to see people. And why are they cat-like? They have lizards and cats in the remake, right? The remake animated series, which was really good. But I want to see that happen. I want to see that play out. I want to see Lion-O go into stasis as a kid and come back out as an adult because the stasis pod broke. They didn't have that in the remake, and I want it back. Go.
Okay, so here's the deal. It does need to be live action, although if you give me an adult version, a PG-13 adult version of a Pixar-ish, I will take it animated. I will take it animated, but only if you have an adult script for me. Don't dumb it down. Don't make it kids. Let's explore the things. Also, I will say, I kind of, with me and the Thundercats, I sort of like the fact that I don't know where I've been dropped. You know, you start watching it, it's like, where have I been dropped? I don't even know. So there's a little bit of mystery and like, where did Mum-Ra come from? I kind of like the fact that he's just this threat from out of nowhere, but it was sort of his planet. But why is the planet desolate? And I don't understand. It just, Thundercats could be really cool and everybody wants it. And that's why I don't understand why people are not all up in this franchise.
Agreed. Okay, Neverending Story. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're on a Neverending Story. Krista,
Yes.
The Neverending Story was a book. The movie only ever covered the first part.
Yes.
The movie only ever went to M, and what I mean by that is the following. A to Z. It's 26 chapters in the book. They only ever talked about everything up until the middle when he saves the childlike empress. They never talked about that woman whose name starts with an X. I can't remember her name.
Zaida,
thank you. Mm-hmm. The sequel was an abomination. I love you, Jonathan Brandis, but you are not my original character.
He's not anyone's Bastion.
No, he's not anyone's Bastion. I need to see Mr. Coriander more. Mm-hmm. I want to see all of the animals. I want to see him make his wishes, and not just the one that made the dragon. I want to see the ones that made all of Fantasia. Give it to me. The end. Go.
Okay, so although the first film, it to me is kind of like The Dark Crystal in that it was masterfully interpreted, and a lot of really beautiful handwork in Germany, of course, went into it. And then, of course, there's a lot of puppeteering, and there's some fun things with like hobbit sizing people. First film's beautiful. I would agree with Michael Ende, the author of it, then that it was not representing what he meant in the book at all, and he was super disappointed with it. So yes, I love the book. It is literally my favorite book. It was the Harry Potter of its time. So, or rather, Harry Potter was the Neverending Story of its time, and it deserves to have at least a 2-movie deal. But what I would prefer to see it as is a limited Netflix where it goes beginning to end. I don't want to see it go any further than just that story. And I would like to see Michael Ende's fantastic work.
Because what was the nothing, Krista?
It was literally nothing. It was like going blind looking into it.
It was illiteracy.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Not only that,
we need to talk about imagination. We need to talk about storytelling. We need to talk about the oral traditions of storytelling. We need to talk about reading. We need to talk about all that stuff.
Absolutely. And the Neverending Story is all of those things. It is literally a story about literacy.
Ever-ending story.
And it also, at the core of it, though, it is an amazing story about the strength of children to psychologically recover from life. And it's just beautiful to me. And it needs to be treated better.
We have plenty of time to talk about that in our series, IceFiction. Come back to see us on IceFiction again, guys. We have Willow, Masters of the Universe, Gem and the Holograms, Thundercats, Neverending Story, and more. Anytime we have a fun fandom that we want to turn into a screenplay, we will bring it to you here. Thank you for watching this episode of IceFiction. We'll come at you next time with one of those we mentioned, expanding on that world. Krista, anything else to say?
No, just stay tuned and check the show notes. If you don't know any of these franchises, I know you'd be excited to check it out. So we'll put that below.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.